when you deal with the public, it's the best education anyone can ever get.
People have built phenomenal careers for themselves, supported by John and Paddy.
Keep the head down, manners and dedication, hard work.
If you can't take criticism, get out of the game. Takes that grind.
Learn to walk.
Learn to work.
You get lots of ups and downs in this industry. Just take it on the chin and move on. If you didn't enjoy these things, you wouldn't be in them.
It's brilliant just to have them as guidance people as well, do you know what I mean, and support.
We do a lot of sponsorships, but we don't really publicise them all.
Oh, I know, but people see it though. They know the support.
That's what business is about, helping other people.
And you are both working away every day now.
Night and day all got done.
Never stop, Paddy.
The one advice I would give to any young person, even today, that no matter what they're starting out in life to.
Welcome to the Dig podcast. I am your host and I am honoured to be your host. My name is Caroline O'Neill and the Dig podcast is my passion, telling real stories from real people about work, about life, about challenges, about the good times and the bad times. And I'm honoured to have you listen each week. So I want to ask you for a wee bit of help today, if you can help me. So thousands of you listen to the podcast each week, which I'm so grateful for. But there's still people, and I do this as well, but they haven't hit that subscribe button or that follow button. So if you listen on YouTube, for example, if you hit subscribe, or if you listen on Apple or Spotify, if you hit follow, it just takes a second, then it means the podcast can grow and I can keep reaching out to people and getting those great guests with all that great advice for you, the listener. So that's just a wee ask from me to you today. And now we're going to hear from our amazing sponsor, and we couldn't make it happen without them. If you've ever spent hours making a lead magnet, a freebie, a PDF, a guide, and then nothing happens, I get it. That's why I'm excited to tell you about ScoreApp. It helps you create an interactive scorecard or quiz based on your expertise. In just a few clicks, you can ask smart questions, give instant feedback, and provide tailored results for your audience, all while collecting email addresses from people who are actually interested in what you have to offer. And you're not shouting into thin air. You're offering personalised value. And the best part is it's all automated, so it works even when you're asleep. I've seen so many businesses use this to grow their email list fast and learn more about their audience too. Try it for yourself at scoreapp.com/dig, and your next best lead magnet might only take 20 minutes to complete. So this is a very special podcast today because we're on the move. We are on the move in the Carrickdale here, and this is our location partner. So it's been a very exciting one for us to do. We have met John and Paddy, who are the owners, and never done any social media, any media, anything. They don't like to talk about their successes, but it's important that we share those stories. So we've got to speak to them. We spoke to their daughter Maria, who's the director of the Canal Court and manager across both sites, Orla in the marketing department, and we really just got a feel for why this place is so special, and we wanted to take you along with us, show you the visuals. So if you're listening on audio, you might want to nip over to YouTube just to see all the amazing things that are going on here, the beautiful secret garden, the lockdown project that has turned into a legacy for this hotel. It's a fantastic place. It's magical, and we're going to take you along with us. We're sitting in their homeland, in their place here in the Carrickdale, and they're right beside me. It is John and Paddy McParland. Welcome to the Dig podcast, guys. You love being here, don't you? You love it. I just can see it. You're like
really excited. Yeah.
So look, I know it's not easy. Sometimes you are not the type of man that tell your story in a way that is like, you know, for everybody to hear. So I'm honoured. I know Maria, your daughter, had a big part to play in getting you used to sitting in this seat. So
A very big part.
yes, and it might never happen again for anybody listening. So you're staying here, whether you like it or not, for half an hour till I try to hear all these golden nuggets of information for the business people. So there's business people listening to this, right? People in the world of work, people in hospitality who'll want to know exactly how you have created this empire, and also family people and people that want to know about building community, which is what you are all part of, and supporting the community. These are brothers for people who don't know.
That's correct.
And they wouldn't know because you don't really do talking like this, right?
Right.
But you're here today and I have the story, and if you can give me any wee inklings of whether it's right or wrong or any bits of advice, definitely we want to hear it. So what you worked always in hospitality, right? What did you start off doing? I heard you started with a shovel, a wheelbarrow, a van and a wee bit of money.
That's been near enough, right?
But it wasn't in hospitality.
No, definitely.
What did you do? What did you do before you had the hotels?
Building game.
You were building.
Still in the building game.
I know. I heard that last night. So you were a joiner, or you were a...
I'm a joiner.
You're a joiner.
Bricklayer.
And Paddy, you're in...
Bricklayer, yeah.
Bricklayer. And you're still in bricklaying?
Well, still. About.
Yeah, you're still working flat out, I know. But so what happened then? How come you came to be in hospitality? It was an auction. Wasn't that what it was?
There was an auction, it's correct.
And as you do, you go to an auction and buy a hotel?
We had a keen interest in the pub game.
Yeah.
A couple of us were up for sale beside us in the past, and we didn't get them, so this came an auction and we decided, right, give it a go. And the rest is history.
Oh, it's history, but it's a good history. It's a history people are proud of around here and everything that you have done.
Yeah, my father was a big influence on us all our lives.
Was he?
Hard-working man, yeah.
Aye.
And we never did anything without his say so.
Yeah, and he was he like saying, go for it, or was he
No,
worried?
he wasn't too, he wasn't all that enthusiastic the day before the auction, but then he came to the auction and we're here now.
You bought the hotel and then you were through into the hospitality world for two men that were on the work site. How did that work? Did you manage okay, or it was busy from the very start, wasn't it? Like, I mean, you opened them doors and...
The night it opened was definitely a surprise to everybody, us anyway, that's for sure.
It was kind of like the community needed that at that time as well, wasn't it? Like that place to come. We then got to speak to Paddy McParland, the manager across the two sites, Canal Court and Carrickdale, and also John's daughter. This is what she had to say. Talk to us about what everybody knows iconically Carrickdale for is Lacey's. Will you take us there and show us?
I'll take you down, yeah.
So this is the lovely reception area of Carrickdale, and I think one of the things that stands out about it is it's gorgeous when you're sitting here, all the mountains and the background, great, beautiful.
It is, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful.
I was actually never in Lacey's, but Mary that works on the team, Loney that works on the team, they've all been here. So they have great memories of this place. So where did the name come from?
There was a TV show at the time, Cagney's and Lacey's.
That's what we were wondering, was it to do with that?
Yeah, so Lacey's was the nightclub part, and then going ahead we have Cagney's, which was, and still is, the bar part. So this would have been the main doors here that people came through. For Lacey's, there was a pay box here. And
Who remembers queuing up outside? Will I get in? Will the bouncers let me in? And then you pay in here.
Yeah.
Bringing back all the memories.
And then this was where the magic happened.
And magic did happen. People have had flourishing marriages after being in Lacey's, isn't that right?
Absolutely. I was reading a thing today about how Riverdance has spawned 131 babies. I would say Lacey's has spawned something similar. Yeah, no, it was, and people came from all over the north, from all over four corners of Ireland, really came to Lacey's back in the day. It was slightly before my time, Caroline, but it was absolutely colossal by all accounts.
Yeah. Like, not only was this the hub of like disco and all that they would have called it at that time, but also some of the biggest and the greatest names in Ireland have played in here, isn't that right?
Yeah, Boyzone played one of their first gigs in here. I think it was Keith Duffy mentioned it on Graham Norton or Jonathan Ross at one stage. They played to, I think, the Barman and maybe two or three others. They obviously went on to much bigger and better things after that. We had the Courage here for their homecoming after they released their first album. Obviously they're local to here as well, so that was a fabulous event to have. We have had Christy Moore here quite regularly, Daniel O'Donnell, and then obviously before that again there was the show bands. A lot of the show bands would have played here as well, so it kind of it provided entertainment through the generations for people as well.
Yeah, and don't skip over the part that Christy Moore says this is his favourite place to play in.
He did mention that in a podcast. He did mention that it was one of his favourite venues to play, which is lovely to hear. Like, it's really, really nice to hear that.
A legend in the music industry. So for somebody to say there's a reason why, it must be the feeling. Well, we know because we felt it hospitality wise, but there's a reason why people keep coming here. I watched a video on your socials of communions and confirmations and kind of gatherings like that. And the way you do that, like, what do you do to make that extra special? So everybody would come in here, different families and all, but you really create an experience when that happens.
Yeah, we suppose we're only as good as the people that are in the building. So a lot of the time it's the lovely atmosphere that the families themselves and that the children themselves bring that makes our day very easy when we're working that. So everyone comes in here, you sit with your family, and or whatever group of people that you bring along with you. And then once everybody has had their dessert, then the disco starts. So that's where the crack happens then. So it's a wee bit different now to how Lacey's would have been back in the day when it's 8-year-olds, but it's still really good crack. Like.
Yeah, seeing the videos and everybody was getting involved, and I was like, what a lovely feeling for families to all come together. But you have created that, and it's unbelievable. So Lacey's now is much different in the Lacey's that a lot of people watching will remember, but it's still a place where the community comes, still a place where magic's happening. It's so versatile, it can be used for so many different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you actually record, sometimes the GAA podcast is recorded in different parts of the hotel.
We've had a few podcasts over the while recorded in the hotel, which is fabulous as well.
None of them got John mic'd up though.
You are the only person that managed to get that done, Caroline, and I'd say you're the only person that will ever get that done.
He was like,
and
never,
me too.
Never again, never again. But you know what, though, I'm so glad you encouraged him as his daughter, because it's lovely for them to be able to show and talk a wee bit through the stories, because I know if you don't document those, you know what I mean, they just go, and then it's a great way to kind of record history, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And they have marvellous stories to tell, they
do. Behind the scenes, don't tell me
walls,
anything
if walls
on
could
camera.
talk,
Hey?
If walls could talk, this place could tell plenty of stories.
Of course, with all enterprises, all businesses, especially in hospitality, marketing is so important. And we got to speak to Orla, the marketing manager here at Carrickdale and Canal Court. Whenever, obviously you know better than me, but things change and sometimes you need to adapt to the different needs of your customers. You told me about this last week. What did you see needed to change, and then what happened when you brought that to Paddy and John?
So the best thing about Paddy and John is they're builders as well as hoteliers. So if you need something done, it's nearly done straight away. But for me personally, I have 3 kids, and like yourself, Karen, it's sometimes very hard when you're going around hotels. It's always your double bed, 2 singles, a roll out. So anyway, I went back. I says, look, we have loads of rooms here, but we've no rooms for the bigger family. Right, what do you need, Orla? I said, well, it would be great if we could get interconnecting rooms or bunk beds or whatever. Right, come on for a walk. Next thing like that, they're walking around, looking at options. And you know what? Before you knew it, we had 22. We have now over 22 family rooms. A mix now, you can take up to a family of 8 people in some of the rooms. I couldn't do that if John and Paddy weren't so the trust in you. Yeah. Do you think it'll work? Will we get the room sold? Yes. Go for it. And you don't get that in many places, and that's what makes them special.
So now you have the family rooms that can hold 8. When they come here, it's then they can really use the facilities. Talk about how that family experience has grown now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We have interconnecting family rooms that can do 2 adults, 2 kids, and right through then. But the thing about here is it's just not about the family rooms. It's about the facilities that as a family now, and I always said if I could move the Carrickdale to Galway and everywhere else, I don't have to think about anywhere that I'm staying. We have the swimming pool. We have gardens that is honestly, and I'm probably sound biased because I work here, one of the nicest gardens in any hotel in Ireland. We have the crazy golf for the kids. We have the soccer pitch, which my children love, basketball, netball. There is so much to do when you are here. You physically don't need to leave if you don't want as a family, and people say, if it's a rainy day, that's fine. We have the pizza garden now, I would secret garden now, giving the pizzas. You can go to the pool. There's so much here to do whenever you're having a holiday here. So it is a really family, lovely holiday stay.
I can say I've seen all the wee kids going across their mummies and daddies yesterday to the pool, and then the spa looks deadly. Not that we've had time to be in the spa when we've been here.
Have to come back to that.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be a dream? But the spa looks, really, my eyes have really been opened. It's got everything.
And that's the thing, when you pass, you don't actually appreciate them, what's on the other the other buildings. The spa is, you have to come back.
Okay.
Serenity Spa is stunning. The girls are brilliant. The thermal suite is amazing. And if you want that, even the night away with the girls, or just, sometimes I just go by myself, and sometimes you just need that time out. And the hot tub and everything, it's just a fantastic quiet space, which is just adds to the leisure side of things in the hotel, and we get really good feedback, which is always good.
Yeah, so it's just great to hear how John and Paddy take those ideas, run with them, make it happen, and now the magic that's been created.
Yeah. And listen, they are the first ones to say, will it work? And sometimes it mightn't work, but they always give that, and if it does, if there are things that hasn't worked over the years, that's fine. You know, you move on, and you know then not to do that again or whatever, and that's the good thing. You know, some things as a business owner do and don't work.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what I mean? It's brilliant just to have them as guidance people as well, do you know what I mean? And support.
And whenever you were telling me last night, like there was been challenges. What about the tunnel?
But to get plan permission across the road, we had to have a way across from this side of the main Dublin road to the other side. So we decided to excavate and put in a concrete tunnel onto the road.
As you do. You're just saying that like as if it was just something, but you had a time, like there was a time.
Yeah, the time limit of 1 week, 7 days from the planners to
Make it happen.
and get it back on the road service. We had to divert the road in 2 parts to get the traffic flowing.
And did you ever think we're not going to be able to do this?
Well,
This is hard. Nothing seems to faze you.
we got it done.
Yeah?
We got it done.
Yeah.
Night and day we got it done.
Take me to the tunnel. So I was saying to Mairead, why is there a bit over there, John, and this bit here? I don't know. Why is there a split? What happened there?
Because there was a bug over there at one time.
A bug?
Yeah, Caroline. And then I had to go an underpass to get planning permission, which was done
Yeah.
in 1 week. Tunnel was,
Where we're going, what's this here now? This is down to the tunnel.
this is down to the tunnel, yeah, to get planning permission to construct the leisure centre and bedrooms across the way.
Yes.
The tunnel had to be constructed so as people could cross the road safely. This was the main Dublin road at that time.
So whenever we're under here now, we're walking underneath where the cars are all driving across.
Correct and right.
7 days you did this?
7 days. You're
No.
right.
And John's whole team from the builders and all came in to do that. You did that yourselves,
That's
didn't you?
right. Our building company constructed and laid it in a week.
Do you think is there any other hotel that has this kind of feature, like under the road, underground tunnel leading to the leisure centre?
Not that I'm aware
Not
of.
that you're aware of, not that I'm aware of. Right, so in here, that's the leisure centre, the gym, the pool. So this facility wasn't here until you've done the tunnel. Is that right? Okay,
That's right.
unbelievable. And then all the outside community can use here. It's not just the people in the hotel. So you have people come from all over to use these facilities.
This here is totally membership, full membership. For the
Unreal.
public, for whoever.
Unreal. And then did you see obviously a big boost in the hotel because you've built this on? Like it's another thing to offer to people, isn't it?
It's enough, and yeah, we were the first leisure centre in this area at the time,
Oh, right, okay.
bar the public pools.
Uh-huh.
First private leisure centre.
See a big Armagh jersey in there. Take me down there. Take me
No, a
down.
lot of our jerseys
What?
do that.
What about there no Tyrone
Yeah,
jerseys in here?
No, well, Tyrone don't come here, so we can't put Tyrone jerseys up without your arm off.
So Armagh senior lady, so you sponsor, isn't that right?
From 05.
And then they would all come here and stuff, wouldn't it? For
Yeah, with these facilities.
And
so,
then-
so do the men's team as well, by the way.
yeah. So the GAA community's big, like Carrickdale is a big feature, isn't it?
Big feature.
I know. Right, where we're going now. So this is this took us here from the tunnel, and then we're going to go to the garden.
Maybe we'll go this way.
Okay,
there,
let's
yeah.
go. So what year was that tunnel built, John?
Oh, you're asking me one now. Opened in 1980, probably built possibly 88, possibly, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Around 88.
Yes. Is this play park all part of your thing as well?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
football pitch. And
Who can access this then?
any football teams. Oh well, for children, well, we'll have children's parties here and, birthday parties for children.
Oh, right,
And
okay.
then football teams that stay over use the facilities, or hurlers, whatever.
Yeah.
Sports people
Right, okay.
use that facility.
Right, okay, let's go down to the secret garden then. So now this is absolutely breathtaking. Tell me when did this happen? This is a new...
So well, the garden has been here for a number of years.
Uh-huh.
This here's new. This was built during COVID.
Yeah, what is this?
This is a restaurant and bar.
Yeah. And why did you do that during COVID? Like,
No, that's to do. So we just decided to keep ourselves busy. So we did this in COVID and opened it just when COVID was over.
with the aim of what though? Because you already have like your restaurant and your facilities over there. Is this a different
It's
kind
more
of
an outdoor facility.
outdoor? Because the roof
The roof opens.
opens.
So you can use it
And then the gardens, like when we've been here over the last 2 weeks recording, the maintenance in this garden, John.
There he is.
I seen him, what do you call him? Rusty. So we seen him with all his wheelbarrow and all the thing, but the care and love that goes into this garden is unbelievable, isn't it?
Dedicated to
Do you like coming down here? Chill out?
It's nice.
I can't imagine you chilling out much, but it is beautiful. And then people will come get their photographs taken and all here, isn't that right?
Wedding photographs, all them events, people use here for photographs.
So you weren't relaxing when COVID was happening? You were staying busy?
Definitely not.
So people would use here as like day 2 of their
very,
wedding?
very much, yeah. It's very much for day 2, actually.
It's a good day. That's a good idea. When I was getting married, there was no day 2. You just...
No, there was definitely no day 2 when I was going out.
Did you leave as soon as you got married? Didn't people do that? Like left?
That was it. 7 o'clock on the...
7 o'clock away you go.
went.
You need to get your money's worth. You need to stay on to the bitter end now.
2 or 3 days at it now.
Yeah, smell the flowers when you're walking through here. It's unbelievable.
It's a nice garden.
Yeah. Raid was saying this flooded one time when you didn't it? And
This was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
It's on the video up that height of water.
No way. So is that danger over now? Did you get that sorted?
Well, there was a one-off flood that time, that bad flood 2 years ago. But yeah, we've made changes since that.
So that this isn't going to be ruined. Where's our fish at?
No, the fish are way over here for ages.
I'm in high heels, John, waiting me.
Well, listen. It's you that wants to see the fish, not me.
I know. These heels are not good. I should have my trainers on for this. That's a nice wee, it's like a harrow thing, is it, over there?
That's a horse reaper.
Oh, horse reaper.
A horse reaper.
Is that like a wee, what's this here?
That's crazy golf.
Crazy golf. Do you have to bring your own wee bits and pieces?
No, the gear's all here.
Oh, the gear's there.
All free of charge, part of the deal for accommodation.
All right. So somebody come and design all of this, obviously, John? This is good vision here. Like,
Did
there's
it all
so much.
ourselves.
Did you?
Yeah. There's bits and pieces to it here, there and everywhere. That was done around here. We did it mostly ourselves, our own planning. See, I told you, you'll not see the fish now. I told you
Look
that.
at this.
Half time you don't see them. Not on the way down low. There's one there, all right.
See? So there's somebody looking after this all the time?
Oh yeah, Rusty looks after the fish pond too.
Uh-huh.
No, that's so. Sometimes they're up. A lot of the times they'll be up. They see they're down under.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some fish there.
Stunning. So gorgeous. I can see why people would use here for photos, for weddings and all. Yeah. Unbelievable. Right, we're on the move again. We're going. So for people who are watching, I said, John, take me on a tour. Take me on a tour.
That has to be the tour over now. But
well, where we're going, I just want you to tell me about the new extension. I want you to tell me about it just and why that was important. So we'll just go up to the scaffolding, right? Sometimes you find whenever, especially when you're talking to maybe the next generation, the older generation than me, they don't like to say all the great things that they've achieved or all the impact that they've had in the community. And that's what I find about John and Paddy. So humble, but so many stories to tell. I'm like, John, tell me more. And he's like, oh, you wouldn't want to be hearing that. But I think people do. And I've been hearing loads of messages from the local community and people all throughout Ireland who have seen the Carrickdale as a hub of community connection and support from John and Paddy. So we're getting a wee inside view here. So come with me. We're going to see their new extension. So your phone was going flat out there, John. Are you as busy as ever with all that's going on in the hotel?
Yeah, more or less.
You're the man they ring for the answers.
Keeps you out of trouble, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, so we're standing here now. Where's the border in relation to Carrickdale? Loney's asking here behind the camera.
Down there, about 500 yards.
So
that low road there is the north over there.
Uh-huh.
That's it, close to that. The bottom of the garden really is close enough to the river runs across the Florey River.
Yeah.
It divides the north and south.
Yeah. So you were telling us about years ago, people would have came down from this, not down from the north because you're literally over the road, but this is obviously a border kind of...
Yeah, it was the border.
...location for entertainment and all, so it was a kind of safe haven as well at times, wasn't it?
In them days probably was.
Yeah. Actually, I have a story to tell you. My father-in-law was doing a wee bit of work at a time in Canal Court whenever you were building it and stuff.
Okay.
And he said to me the other day, I know that man, John. And I said, why? And he goes, when I was down there, we were out in our vans eating our lunch and we were eating out of our lunch boxes. And he said, John came out and said, right, boys, in for the carvery. And they were like, no, we're in our dirty clothes and all. We're not going to. He's like, everybody in for the carvery. And in they went and you fed them like lords.
That's fun.
The rolled home the Tyrone.
Part of our game, all right.
Tell us what's happening here, John.
It's 18 new bedrooms.
18 new bedrooms. And why, how many bedrooms is there already in the Carrickdale?
120.
So why, well, obviously there's a need for it, but why extending out like this?
Just to modernise, basically. With the mud cons, the air con going, all the modern technology that's in new rooms today, so we just wanted to be up there.
In with what was
In with what's
moving
happening.
time. So,
Yeah.
so they're talking now about like artificial intelligence and all that. Is there any robots opening the doors?
There'd be no robots when I'm around.
No robots.
And the robot.
You are, no, but I was just interested to know. So we're talking like air conditioning, Wi-Fi, all the updated things.
It's just to update the bedrooms, basically.
Yeah.
Up to today's standards.
Yeah. Because sometimes, well, hotels, there's a lot of traffic, a lot of things going on. It's important to modernise when you have to. I'm sure you've done that loads of times throughout the years.
Yeah, we have.
Like moving with a...
But it's easier to put new aircon on that in a new building as opposed to an older building.
Right, okay.
That's part of the reason for it.
And what's the time scale of getting all this done now?
No, really.
None.
It's finished.
Oh, there I see McParland Brothers written on the digger. So that's like Paddy's...
That's the building company. Yeah.
Building company, all the builders and all. So both businesses working together, right?
That's it.
Brilliant. And like I said to you last night, what about challenges along the way? And you weren't telling me much. You just said you have to keep your head down and keep working, right?
Keep it right.
And Mairead, your daughter, said that she asked you to do a talk when she was doing her GCSEs. You said no, but you did give her good advice. Can you remember what that was?
Keep the head down, manners and dedication, hard work. That's what achieves in life. If you want it, that's what you must do. And you must have respect for people. Big thing.
Yeah.
Respect's a big thing.
It is a big thing.
The one advice I would give to any young person, even today, that no matter what they're starting out in life, you not get a better grounding than coming into this industry as a young student or a young person going through GCSEs or whatever. Because when you deal with the public, it's the best education anyone can ever get. And a lot of them comes through this here and does well in life as a result of coming in here to this industry early. So I'd recommend that to any young person, regardless, to go into hospitality, whether at school or college or whatever. It's a great ground.
It's good advice. Because I seen you last night talking to a few young people who are doing their kind of work here and then they're moving on to different things. But as you said, they've got a good kind of basis of everything.
It's a great education.
Yeah.
Learn to walk.
Learn to work. Because it is a bit hard work, isn't it though, Paddy? Because sometimes people think they get it easy, you know, they're going to get it easier, but takes that grind, the grit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then you said last night, both of you said that if you can't take criticism, get out of the game.
Not really. You get lots of ups and downs in this industry from people not happy and complaints and this, that and the other. You just take it on the chin and move on.
Yeah. And don't take it home was another thing you said, Paddy.
That's right, yeah. Right, yeah.
Don't take your troubles home.
That's right.
And then Canal Court came in like that wasn't enough. One hotel wasn't enough. Canal Court, 1994. That was a big...
1998.
Was it 1998?
Open 98.
98. But you bought it in 94.
Probably did. 94.
And that was even before the peace process, so there was a lot going on in the country. And then the Canal Court came to be like another kind of passion and a big project in Newry, and it's still a great place thriving to this day. Whenever we're talking to your daddy and Paddy, right, they said, so John and Paddy, sorry, I call them by their right names, they were talking about how, this is what your daddy said, right, that he thinks all young people should have a grounding in hospitality when they leave because it gives you such people skills and grounding and that, but he seemed to be really good at, you know, encouraging people in their roles and stuff. Like, is that something that you find with him and with Paddy?
Yeah, 100%. So hospitality does ground you for life because you get to learn a lot about yourself. You get to learn a lot about other people. And so I can understand why he is so passionate about that. But absolutely, if you show any wee bit of work ethic or enthusiasm at all, he will encourage you. And I know there are people in both hotels who have maybe wanted to pursue a particular type of career path, be that in a trade or in chefing or whatever it is, and they get every bit of encouragement going and roles tweaked to whatever they need it to be because like people have built phenomenal careers for themselves through the two hotels, supported by John and Paddy.
Paddy just went home and then John said, so how's your business going, Caroline? And what are you doing? And, you know, and I was thinking, oh my, I can't believe he actually is interested in what I'm doing. And then today again, he's like, it's all going all right. And how's Mary? Hello, Mary. And Lonnie. And just just has that kind of hospitality feeling, that kindness.
Yeah.
You can feel
Kindness
that.
to the core. That's probably one word that is very, very true. Hard work and good manners. That's really the two things that build this.
That's what he said. And that's
whole
what
thing
Paddy
off.
said as well. Paddy kept saying hard work.
Yeah.
It's hard work, but as you can
But
see.
great support, because when you're decent to people, people are decent back to you. So,
Yeah.
and none of this, again, they'd be the first to say it, none of this could be done without the people that are in this building, the people that work here, the people that support here, the customers that have supported here down through the years. That's what really matters. All of us are only as good, like as Dad and Paddy say, they build the buildings, we do the rest, and it's the customers and the staff that make this place and the Canal Court what they are. It's not just any one individual. It's not just Dad or Paddy, or it's the people that come in here and use facilities and bring their own stories and their own memories, and that's what hospitality is all about.
Well, first of all, he seems to know everybody's name.
Yeah.
In the hotel, like all the
does.
people say, well, Mary, well, Saoirse, well, everybody's just throwing out all the names. Like, how
Yeah.
do they know? Like that? They know everybody.
But you have to care. So hospitality is a caring business. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're paid to do every single day, and that starts with caring for the people that you work alongside. So absolutely, like we do try to, and Dad and Paddy are very good at knowing people's names, and it sets an example then for the rest of us. Do you know, if somebody is only in the door 6 weeks, you should know their name, because we're all, no matter how long you're here for, whether you're here for 40 years or whether you're here for 4 months through a summer, everybody has a massive impact and a massive role to play, and we're all important. So yeah, no, it's important. It is important. All them little things people kind of think are the basics, but they're what really matter.
The community is important to you. You sponsor the Armagh ladies, isn't that right?
That's correct.
Why do you do that now? Why, like, it's like giving back, or?
Well, that's the whole idea, is you give back to the public what they have give to you. So it's a way of saying thanks to. We do a lot of sponsorships, but we don't really publicise them all.
Oh, I know, but people see it though.
But
they know the support that's there.
We do help out. That's what business is about, helping other people.
Goes both ways.
Goes
That's right.
And what about the GAA then? It's been a big part of the community, both for Canal Court and here. So big win last year.
Big win last year, is right.
First time that the celebrations came out of Dublin.
Correct.
And was that you guys saying, bring it here?
No, Kieran McKinney was the man, gave me a phone, rang me. He says, we're taking the celebrations back to the Carrickdale. We're taking them out of Dublin. I hunted around and changed a few things around, and we got them. And more importantly for our mama, we got Sam Maguire.
You did. And what a celebration. I was talking to Orla, the marketing manager, earlier, and she was like John and Paddy were like, it's coming here, and the work that went into the staging,
10 days to do it.
well, sure, you can build a tunnel in 7. It's no bother. It's no bother bringing the Sam Maguire in 10. But she said nothing was stopping you, whether win or lose. It was coming here on the celebration of the community, and people feel that. She said it was unbelievable. Your daddy and Paddy are saying you are Armagh people. You're here across the border, but Armagh County is enriched in this place, isn't it? So
Yeah.
talk about the homecoming. It's a big topic that everybody keeps talking about today. Sam Maguire coming home. What happened?
Yeah, it was colossal. So Armagh brought Sam home for the second time there in July of last year, the 24th of July. So when the team came home from Croke Park, they arrived back here to the Carrickdale, the homecoming banquet, and the Sunday game went out live from the Carrickdale. So the car park that's just over there ahead of us, that was closed off totally, and we erected a big stage over there for the team to parade out onto with Sam. And then on the Monday we had music and everything over there, and we had the team again paraded out before they went out to the athletic grounds for their official homecoming. We also erected a marquee over on the football pitch, and that was set up basically as a big bar for everybody to come to watch the match, and the people that couldn't get tickets for Croke Park came and watched the match in the marquee over at the football pitch on the Sunday. And then the banquet went out, so it was between the Burnish, Lacey's and the Pinewood, so it was a big undertaking to get that all served and served well on the Sunday evening, but it's what we do best, you know. So there was lots and lots of help. So everyone that had a pair of hands were up to help us out that night, but it was fantastic. It went really well, and that's the beauty, I suppose, of hospitality, is getting the chance to be involved in these events. Not just football, people's special occasions, their christenings, their weddings, their Holy Communions, all of the really special events in people's lives. And when you're working in hospitality, you get to be on the sideline of that, which is fabulous. Like.
Yeah, and your daddy and Paddy through the years have been so involved in everybody's in the community. Like, I've had people send me messages about how he supported them through births, deaths, weddings, everything, when things went right, when things went wrong.
Yeah.
Carrickdale and Canal Court have been there. I know he's so proud of the Armagh homecoming and being able to pull all that together in a week.
Yeah.
Close the road. Was this road closed?
Yeah, it was closed for a short time, and then you see the car parks had to be closed to allow for the Sunday game equipment and allow obviously for the erection of the stage and stuff. So in fairness, that was a massive undertaking that we couldn't have done on our own. There was a lot of local people who were very generous with the use of their land for car parking, for stewards, for everything else. So it was very much a team effort. That was the whole local community. It wasn't just the Carrickdale.
Unbelievable. And here, when you can close the road for Sam, you have to do it.
Second time we closed it for Sam too, Caroline. It was closed in 2002 when it would have been the main Dublin to Belfast road at that stage, and we got it closed again that time in 2002 for parading Sam home as well. So it's been fabulous. And then when Derry won the All-Ireland for their first time in 1993, Sam came back here as well, and also down in 91 and 94 they crossed the border and brought Sam home to the Carrickdale as well. So
It's becoming a bit of a tradition here then, and closing the road. John, Paddy like to close the road.
Yeah.
And now we have a very special message from Armagh manager Kieran McGeeney.
After last year's All-Ireland final, there was only one place we considered for our homecoming banquet, and that was the Carrickdale Hotel. The Carrickdale Hotel and more recently the Canal Court have become synonymous with Armagh GAA over the years. They've always welcomed us pre-match and post-match and helped commiserate or celebrate our victories and defeats over the years. And it was a pleasure to be able to make our first stop at the Sam Maguire, the Carrickdale Hotel. John and Paddy have always been to the fore when it's come to supporting GAA in all counties, and especially their own Armagh GAA. And for that we thank them and their staff for all their contributions over the years.
This lovely message from Kieran McGeeney, I think, shows how important it is that businesses immerse themselves in their local community, that they do that with passion and integrity and authenticity. And I think that's why Kieran and the whole Armagh team turned to the Carrickdale, Canal Court and John and Paddy, because they could feel the support from them. And that's really highlighted in Kieran's message. I asked you last night, what's the future look like for Canal Court and Carrickdale?
Just keep going.
So on my way up here, seen a lovely poem on the wall. So this poem was written by Aidan O'Rourke, who's a teacher in Abbey in Newry. And he obviously knows you guys very well. The pride of Carrickdale, is that how you say the name?
Carrickdale.
Carrickdale, so that's like the townland, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Paddy and John from Lisleigh passed by the roadhouse one fine day, and when they saw it was for sale, they hatched their plans for the Carrickdale. A busy road on this fair isle runs from Belfast to Dublin for 100 miles. You'll see beautiful scenery as green hills flash by, where the morns and coolies reach for the sky. Amid these wondrous mountains and vales lies that warm golden gem called the Carrickdale. Since opening the doors in 1983, it's become a hotel of distinction that travellers call home. The people who visit this fine hotel always go home with a good story to tell. The buzz of chatter and smell of good food welcomes customers just off the road. And although always busy, you won't be kept back as the staff rush around while you're enjoying the crack. Many a couple from near and far first met in the hotel's romantic bar. They now bring their youngsters so they can see where their parents first met. He proposed to me. From locals to tourists and sports people too, all sorts celebrate here with a bit of ado. People always revisit the Carrickdale when nearby. Sam Maguire has called in a number of times. The Carrickdale walls are strong and tight-lipped. They hear many's a tale they may never let slip. From discos to weddings, a snack to a banquet, the Carrickdale is here with a wonderful welcome.
Good morning, Aidan.
Hey, good man, Aidan is right. Well, I was on my way down from breakfast. I was like, look at that deadly poem. Doesn't that sum up what the community thinks of you? I just want to say thank you for trusting us to come here today. Thank you for doing this. Not easy, I know. And he's hate it.
No.
You hate it. I know you do. But still, it's still, the Mairead was like, I'd love to get them and just to have you there. So they're all so proud of you. And it's an honour for us to be here with the podcast and to meet everybody and feel that welcome and that warmth that everybody's talking about. It's genuine because we felt it as a team. So thank you. Good luck with everything. We can't wait till the next time we'll come back. Don't know about the Sam Maguire, if it's going to be back here.
Sam will be here, yeah. Some from his way.
It might be in Tyrone, I don't know. But thank you for everything and good luck in the future. And hopefully this isn't the last time our paths cross. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carrie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank
million.
you. Thanks, Paddy.
No problem.